And looking back on it, I see all these little entrepreneur traits throughout my life. And I was like, oh yeah, I've been an entrepreneur since I was like 7.
Yeah.
When I was selling tracings of Pokemon to my classmates in first grade.
Yeah.
Like that was my first business. It was wild.
That's awesome.
Welcome to the Cowles Ventures Podcast.
We'll just jump right in if you're feeling it.
Absolutely.
Okay, cool. Let's talk. So are you from the area, first of all?
Yes.
Let's talk about your background, because like Coeur d'Alene / Post Falls based.
Mm-hmm.
And now kind of coming into Fuel, working with us,
Yep.
potentially trying to get you to come to Spokane.
Yep.
Epic.
Actually, we're really in the process of coming to Spokane.
Okay.
The Valley, actually. We're under contract on a house out off of Evergreen.
Awesome. I grew up the Valley in West Spokane, because I used to live in the Valley, and it used to annoy the crap out of me when people would be like, well, you're not like really from Spokane, you're from Spokane Valley. And I'm like, bro, it's the same thing. It's the same like circle. Yep. I mean, like draw a circle, it's like, it's pretty close.
Yeah.
So that's awesome.
Actually, I was born at Sacred Heart here in Spokane, and then we lived over in the Valley right by State Line on the Washington side growing up until like 3rd grade.
Okay.
We moved over to Idaho.
Okay.
And then I've been in Idaho ever since.
Nice. That's awesome. And then what's kept you in the area? What is like your early career? So you're still kind of in your early career.
Yeah.
I feel like. What's that look like?
I actually really feel like I'm not in my early career anymore because I had a complete shift.
Yeah.
Like, so I went to school in Coeur d'Alene, then went to North Idaho College, then went to North Idaho College, and then went to U of I.
Okay.
With the goal of becoming a biologist.
Oh, okay. Very different from what you're doing.
No, I'm telling
now.
you, when I had a shift, I had like a real night and day shift.
Yeah. That's crazy.
I went through my whole childhood thinking, okay, we go to school, we go to college, then we get a job,
right.
and you work until you die. That was like what my parents taught.
I feel like that's what most people get taught, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And it's how
Which
my parents
sucks.
did it, and it worked super well for them. Like,
yeah.
They're killing it. They're doing great.
Yeah.
By anyone's standards, they have made it.
Yeah.
And so I was like, okay, look what they did.
Copy that.
Do it better.
Yeah.
And so I did. I went to school for biology. I got my bachelor's of biology from University of Idaho. Just a bachelor's of biology because I was like, okay, I could go into this really specific area, which I wanted to do marine biology. Like that's been my dream.
I feel
since
like
I was
a lot of
child.
Yeah, like any kid that's like interested in animals or like, you know, if you like to swim or water, like, you know, everyone imagines being like, oh, go be a marine biologist in Hawaii. That would be sick. And everyone just like tries to do that. And then obviously, as you know, it's like a lot of work.
Turns out Idaho is not connected to the ocean.
Yeah.
So I didn't move to Hawaii. I moved to Florida.
Okay. Yeah.
So I went to U of I, got my degree, got in, got out as quick as I could.
Yeah.
And looking back on it, I see all these little entrepreneur traits throughout my life. And I was like, oh yeah, I've been an entrepreneur since I was like 7.
Yeah.
When I was selling tracings of Pokemon to my classmates in 1st grade.
Yeah.
Like that was my first business. It was wild.
That's
but,
awesome.
We then got out of school, moved to Central Washington because I got a job working for the Wanapum Dam over in Central Washington, which,
Okay.
if you don't know, like that's a slam dunk.
Oh, okay.
Like epic. People who get into the PUD in Central Washington make obscene amounts of money and have like their whole career set for them.
It's just like, yep, this is you.
Yep. And
Bang.
if I had been about that, that was it.
Yeah.
And my dad was like, dude, pension job, work till you die.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, all right.
All right,
And then I
cool.
went out, I got the pension job, and I was like, I'm here. I made it. Let's
did
go.
it. Yeah.
And then I worked that job for a summer. It was a seasonal position. It was a hydro maintenance assistant.
Okay.
And we were doing gate well dipping to study the effectiveness of the new spillway that they had just installed in the Wanapum Dam.
Okay.
So how effectively salmon could get from above the dam to below the dam.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Perfect.
So they would dip these giant nets. I mean, when I mean giant, I mean like giant, down into the gate wells of the dam, pull up fish, put them into tanks, drive them around to the research lab, tag them, put them in a helicopter, fly them above the dam, and then release them.
And just drop them in the air.
That was that. I don't know if they actually dropped them in the air, but I'm pretty sure they dropped them from the air.
I mean, like, some element of like, okay, it probably wasn't just like, here you go.
Click.
Yeah.
I'm sure that's exactly how it went. But then they would track these pit-tagged fish as they're coming through the dam to see, fish 8,761 made it through the first dam, made it through the second dam, died before the third.
Dang.
And so we were trying to figure out what's the effective rate of success of getting these fish through the dam.
Yeah.
It was super cool. I was like, this is great.
Yeah.
Only problem was it was a union job.
Okay.
And if you haven't worked a union job before,
I've not.
they are very much about keeping their work sacred.
Okay.
Where I was not about that. I was like, okay, here's the job. Let's go get the job done. They're like, no, here's the job. It's supposed to last all day. Let's make it last all day.
Well, let's do that. So I haven't worked a union job, but I've worked with people with that mentality.
Yes.
Of like, hey, we get paid by the hour, not by the job.
Yep.
So I was like, what? That's crazy.
Exactly. And the kicker was when we were working by the hour, if it happened to spill over into overtime, because we weren't done with the job that we were working, we were getting paid double time overtime.
Okay.
Which, when you're already getting paid a lot to do what you do,
Right.
double time overtime is nasty.
Yeah.
Like, I was making a lot of money.
Yeah.
A lot of money. As a kid fresh out of college, I had more money than I knew what to do with.
Yeah.
It was great. And I was living in Central Washington.
Where
and there
it's
was
cheap.
nothing to do. I was like just stacking cash because what else am I going to do?
Right, exactly.
But I started butting heads with people, and they started butting heads back. And I was like, let's go get these jobs done. And they're like, Isaac, slow down, stop working so fast, or else you're going to finish this job that's supposed to take us all day in 3 hours. Then what is this whole crew going to do for the rest of the time? And then if all of these people are just sitting around, they're not going to be able to justify 10 positions. They're going to justify 5 positions. And then all of us are going to have to work so much harder than we have to, and we won't get any overtime, and. It's like they're always trying to take ground and not give any back.
Yeah.
So if you do the work faster, then there's less work to be done.
Right.
And it just didn't sit well with me. And so seasonal position, so you work 8 months out of the year, and then for the winter time, they don't do gate well dipping. So you go and sit at home and play video games for the other 4 months and then come back.
So is that how they
Next
rationalize
year.
paying an above average rate, is because it's a seasonal position? So the thought would be, okay, you're only working for, 8 months of the year or whatever, but that should last you like the whole year, technically.
No, because then they laid everyone off. So everyone went on unemployment and made just slightly less than what they were making, doing nothing.
Oh, every year?
Every year. Year in and
That
year
is
out.
crazy.
So I was like, oh my gosh, I don't know that I can do this.
That's
because
crazy.
I'm butting heads with people. It's just not working. I don't want to go slow. I don't want to go, I want to be exceptional, and I want to go fast.
Right.
And so I was like, this obviously isn't going to work for me. So when I got laid off for the season, I did like everybody else was, applying for jobs that they knew they were never going to get or never going to accept. And I moved to Florida to pursue marine biology. So I moved to Florida and then lived there for 6 months, accepted my my freebies from the government. And while I was applying for jobs in Washington that I knew I was never actually going to get.
Right.
Maybe we should probably edit that out, but I don't know. But it was then that I was kicking around Florida trying to find a marine biology job.
Okay.
And so I moved there. Turns out that was a really bad idea for me because Florida is really, really fun. and I moved in with some childhood friend of mine, and he was going to college, and so I essentially just got myself into college round 2.
Yeah.
So except more parties.
You're like, run it back. Yep. And now
Man.
I've got big boy money.
Dude,
so now
I got so much money that's going on. Like, want to do dinner? Let's do dinner. I'm in. Yep. I'm paying for that. That's great.
Yep.
But so I bounced around in Florida for a while. Wasn't really effective at anything. Didn't really find the job that I was looking for. Worked for a aquarium for a while, which was fun, and it actually got me started in education. Okay. Which I kind of had in the back of my mind as kind of a fallback.
Yeah.
Both my parents are educators, and they love it. And I've always loved teaching, but you don't make any money teaching.
Yeah, it is, unfortunately, which makes no sense. But yeah, one of those things, and like the pay scale for being a teacher is like, I mean, similar to being, and it is a union job, so kind of same thing. And they lay it out for you. Day one is like, okay, this is what you start, and this is what you're gonna make every year until you retire, and that's it. It's like, boom.
And if you don't want to put any more effort in, perfect.
That's cool. Yeah.
Yeah. It's just never been for me. I was like, this just isn't it. But I started teaching these reef tank touch shows at the Science Center of Aquarium and Science Center in St. Pete. No, across the way. It was Royal Palm Beach. And so I was going diving all the time and working there, not making enough money to survive, and just kind of slowly chipping away at my funds. And then I hit a point where I was like, all right, we got a 3-month runway. Either I get a job or I need to go back home and figure something else out. Yeah. So I blanketed everywhere with applications and finally got a hit on a marine biology job internship. Okay. In Costa Rica.
That's cool.
Yep. And I was like,
that's pretty sweet.
Oh, this is what we do.
It's the motherlode.
It was a dolphin and whale tour guide service in Costa Rica. Didn't pay anything, but they'd give you room and board.
But then you didn't have to pay for anything. So, kind of.
I was like, this kind of seems like it makes sense. It didn't make sense, but it was something that was really cool. I was like, yes, absolutely, I'm doing that. So I moved to Costa Rica. The intent was to stay for 6 months and work for Divine Dolphin, and then a tree fell on my house, and so I made it a month, and at that month point I was like, oh no, this is tough. This is tough, because I don't know if you know about Costa Rica. There's jungle half of Costa Rica and then there's city half of Costa Rica. I was in jungle half of Costa Rica, where it's a jungle, and the nearest town that we were close to wasn't a town, it was more of a village. I'm a city boy from North Idaho. Like, I can get down with North Idaho stuff, but like Costa Rican jungle is hot, it's humid, and you're wet constantly.
Things trying to kill you or give you diseases. And
I really didn't take into account all the things that were probably trying to kill me and give me diseases while I was down there. And I was like, I had this aha moment where I was like, I probably need to go home. And then money was still kind of dwindling down while I was there, but getting down there was super expensive, so I really didn't have a big runway anymore. And then the tree fell on my house, and I wasn't in it or anything. It's just a giant branch just right down in the middle of the roof, which punched a bunch of holes, and I was like, that seems like a sign.
That seems like the world's telling me to get out of here.
Yep. So I was like, okay, going back home. Moved back to Coeur d'Alene. Started teaching as a substitute teacher in the Coeur d'Alene Public School District, which was great, except I hated it.
So it was great, but it wasn't great.
Yeah, no, it wasn't great. And they have a really unique system where you don't have to work if you don't want to as a sub. They send out automated calls in the morning. And it's like, hey, 6th grade English, 1-day assignment. Are you in or out? I'm in. And then you show up there, and then it's fine. You get paid. I think I was getting paid $65 a day.
Jeez. Okay.
Which is like,
that's crazy.
Just barely enough to survive if you're living in your parents' basement.
Oh God. Yeah.
So did that for a while. Then I got a job as a full-time sub, which paid like $100 a day, which was way cooler. Had that for freshman science, ninth grade science.
Okay.
And so I was a full-time sub for most of the year in a freshman science class, which was better,
Yeah.
but still pretty awful.
Yeah.
I was like 22.
That's a tough age to try to wrangle a bunch of like, what, 14, 15-year-olds? They're like, dude,
Brother, it
you're
was
not that much older than me.
it was
Like,
bad. They started recognizing that because I look younger than I am,
Yeah.
and I used to look way younger than
Yeah,
I
you're like,
am.
dude, we're basically the same age. Come on.
Yeah, yeah. And then the freshman girls were hilarious because they were shameless,
Yeah.
just sitting in the front
Those
row
are
hitting on me the
ruthless.
whole time. I was like, oh god, you are just terrible.
Ugh.
Looking back on it, hilarious. At the time,
Yeah.
mortified. I was
Yeah.
like, probably isn't working. But then I got after that, I really didn't want to go back to doing the individual days because that is really, really tough.
Yeah.
So I started teaching at North Idaho College.
Okay.
In the lab. I was like,
Cool.
let's move up. Taught at
Yeah.
every level in the Coeur d'Alene Public School District. And I was like, lower ones suck. Let's go up to North Idaho College. Better. Really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
The problem is that when you care more about someone else's education,
Yeah.
you can pour your soul into it. And there's like, oh yeah, I didn't do that homework because I didn't want to do that homework.
Yeah.
It's like, you're going to fail this class. You know that, right? I'm like, yeah, but I'm allowed to fail one class and still get my tuition or my student aid. It's like, okay,
Okay. Okay.
this is soul sucking.
Yeah.
So and the worst part was North Idaho College wouldn't give me full time because if they gave me full time, I'd have to get benefits.
Right.
So they gave me 19 hours,
Okay.
not a lick more because then,
Yeah.
then they have to pay me benefits.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, I picked up a job at a sushi restaurant, being a sushi chef.
Okay.
And so it was right around that time that I started to discover entrepreneurship. And I was like, oh, well, this is kind of interesting. Started teaching classes to friends and family. And I'd really been teaching classes to people since 2015
Okay.
when I graduated from college.
Cool.
So I had all these sushi skills that I learned on a dare from my brother. He bet me that I couldn't do it. I bet him that I could. And it was on.
It's like it's like what movie is that? The Other Guys.
Yeah.
And when he's like, "Why are you such a good ballerina?" It's like, "Cause all the kids in my neighborhood are like, or we were doing it to make fun of somebody or whatever." And it's
Yeah.
like, got just super good.
Yep, that was pretty much how it went.
That's awesome.
And so I was already teaching these sushi classes to friends and family. And then I was buying all my fish from Fisherman's Market.
Yeah.
And they had a sign up one time. They're like, hey, hiring a chef. And so I went in and I was like, I'll be your chef. And they're like, cool, you start tomorrow. I was like,
Oh shoot.
oh, okay, cool. I'll show up then. And so I started doing that and NIC at the same time, which was great. And then started doing that full time because I saw there's no real future with NIC unless I want to go back and get my master's, which I thought about doing, decided against.
It's probably. I think a lot of people get their masters. I mean, like I'm kind of one of those people that just they don't know what else to do.
Yep.
Mine was a little bit more like the jobs. All the jobs I was looking at preferred / were required to have that, but it was also like I didn't have a job, so I was like, I'll just keep going to school. Like I don't know. It's not a good way to go. But
yeah, and then COVID happened, and right as COVID was happening, I got poached by Northwestern Mutual to be a financial advisor.
epic.
And
How's that?
It was good and bad. Bad because I didn't know what I was doing.
Yeah.
Good because it opened my eyes to anyone being an entrepreneur. Because they sold me on the dream of, yeah, you can be a business owner.
Yeah.
And I was like, what? I thought only the Donald Trumps of the world could be a business owner.
Sure.
Or the trust fund babies or whatever.
Yeah.
But no, anyone can go out and do this. And I was like, oh, that is just fascinating. So I started with Northwestern Mutual, which was life insurance salesman, disguised as financial advisor.
Yeah.
And it worked for about 6 months. And then I was like, oh man, this is really, really tough. I don't really like this.
Yeah.
But it was the things that I did like about it was teaching finances.
Mm-hmm.
It was helping people better understand their finances, better understand options,
Sure.
which was really cool. And all of the things that I really like are all based around education.
Mm-hmm.
And so I bailed out of there and I started running sushi jobs for actually getting paid to do it. So for clients rather than just friends and family events.
Yeah.
And I thought, well, if I'm already doing it, might as well try and charge for it.
Yeah.
And then did. And people started paying it, and I was like, oh, well, this is crazy.
Wait a minute. I didn't think you'd actually say yes.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting to get this far. And it was actually a friend of mine who used to pimp me out to all of his friends and family. He's like, oh, my roommate will come over and we'll teach you how to roll sushi. And I was like, yeah, sure. Why not?
Sure, man.
And then we went over to this gal's house who was trying to woo. And they were like, for 12 people, which at the time was insane. I had done 2 people, I had done 4 people, 5 people was, I think, our biggest.
Yeah.
So 12 people was completely out of my realm of expertise.
Well, and it's pretty intimate. I mean, like my similar story. My friend worked in a sushi restaurant and he was at the law school at Gonzaga. And I was like, before you graduate, I would really love to learn how to like roll just like a California roll. Would be epic.
Yeah.
And so it came over and it was just like, yeah, me and my girlfriend and him. And he's like, yeah, it's you know, I'm sure as you know, it's like very straightforward. But for people that don't know how to do it, it's like, oh my God, this is crazy. Like, this is awesome. So, yeah, it's awesome.
Dude, I love that. That even just watching you right there, I was like, oh,
Yeah.
that's why you do it.
It was sweet. Yeah.
But then, I lost where I was at. But
12-person sushi
yes.
class. Crazy.
Oh, dude, we ate everything.
Oh my God.
Literally everything. I was like, this was the worst sushi event I've ever done because we'd never run out of anything before.
Yeah.
But I had so many people, and I ordered the regular amount of fish. I was like, oh, this is bad. So we ate all the fish, ate all the veggies, ate all the rice. And then we got done. I was like, sorry, there's really nothing left. Like, I'm done. And they're like, this was the greatest thing ever.
See, that's
and
the
I was
best.
like,
Yeah.
what?
This was mean.
Like, okay, cool. I'm glad you really enjoyed
You're
it.
like,
And
this is exactly how I planned it. Yes.
and then she goes, how much do you usually charge for this? And I was like, well.
Triple.
It was way higher than that. I was like, well, if you just pay for the ingredients, I really enjoy teaching and I enjoy sushi, and it's kind of the perfect match.
That's
too.
crazy. Yeah.
And she was like, oh, dude, I would have totally paid like $700.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Oh, that's
What?
interesting though. Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
We need to renegotiate. But it was after that I was like, what if I do this as a business? And I knew nothing, like nothing about business. I just started doing it. Just went for it, full bore. Lost a ton of money because at that same time I was like, I could do this with any of those crazy ideas that I've always had. Like, I've had get rich quick schemes, which is what my parents called them, since day one. What I didn't recognize is those were business plans that just were undeveloped.
Yeah.
So I went and did it. And I started 5 businesses. The goal was to start 5 businesses in 5 years. And I started 3 right off the bat. And with no experience, no knowledge, no guide, no coach, nothing. Just went out, found the Innovation Collective over in Coeur d'Alene.
Nice. It's a cool spot.
Yeah, right. Yeah. And you know how I found it? Was I was looking at a super cool bookshelf. And then a lady comes up behind me and she's like, do you want to go inside? And I was like,
You're like, are you from Narnia? I'm sorry. Like,
dude, I'm telling you, this was a surreal experience that will be forever imprinted. I don't even know who the lady was.
You're like, where'd you come from?
She just walks up behind me. She's like, oh, yeah, what are you doing? I was like, oh, I was checking out the super cool bookshelf. She's like, yeah, do you want to go inside? I was like, yes, absolutely, I do. And then she pulls out her keys, waves the little fob next to the book, which I was like, interesting. And she grabs the door and pulls it open. I was like,
that's crazy.
This is the coolest thing I've ever heard of in my whole. And I pretended like I knew what I was doing.
Yeah, of course. Like, I forgot my keys at home.
Yeah, I'm gonna cry because this is the coolest freaking thing I've ever seen in my whole life. And so I walk in there. I was like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. And she's like, yeah, they do coffee and concepts. First and third Wednesday of every month. You should show up. And I was like, done.
Epic.
Done. I have no clue what that is, but that was what got me started. And then I started the Care Package Company, which was an e-commerce business designed to sell school supplies to kids and families who couldn't shop big box store deals. You scrape the information off the school's website, use a third-party logistics company to package it, and then send it directly to their home.
That's cool.
It was really cool. But Walmart's doing the same thing. And I was like, I can't compete with Walmart. So I killed it. And I was like, that was just inexperience. Like, it is a great idea. It probably still is.
Yeah.
The only problem is you just have to know that you will have competition. And I was like, there are other people doing it. I can't do this anymore because other people are doing it. It's like, if other people are doing it, it means that it works. You should do it.
Yeah.
If people aren't doing it, that's when you should ask questions.
You're like, wait a minute, why is no one else doing this?
Exactly. That's the approach I take now. But so the care package company was the first one. Then I created a tabletop board game with a friend of mine, which is called the Terror of Tortuga, which is an action-packed dice roller based in the 1600s golden age of piracy. The objective is to attack. You're a pirate captain attempting to become the Terror of Tortuga. You do that by attacking different prize vessels, gaining resources to build up your pirate ship and pirate crew, to eventually be able to attack the Fort de la Roche that protects the Tortuga and become the Terror of Tortuga yourself.
That sounds epic.
Kind of is.
That sounds, pretty sweet.
It works. Like, it's a fully functioning board game, and we don't have all of the pieces finished. I ran through all of the things all the way up to like the final 10%. And now we realized, board games don't make a ton of money. Like, we got to the point where, hey, we need to do all the artwork, which was going to cost $7,000 to $10,000.
Yeah.
And it's like, we could put all of this work in to finish the board game, and then put in all the work into marketing it, and then see if it works. Yeah. To make very little money. Yeah. It's like, I don't really want to do that. And at that point, Sushi Sensei had started moving, and I was like, oh, this is like actually working, and I'm making money, and it's great. So I ran all three of those companies at the same time, more or less. And then the care package company died first, and then I started the Chameleon Cornhole Board.
Chameleon Cornhole Board.
Which I think I was working on the first time I met you. I was working on Sushi Sensei, and I probably talked to you about the Chameleon Cornhole Board for a minute there. Maybe. But it was a novel design on a cornhole board that utilized neodymium magnets in the frame and in the faceplate, so that you could flip, rotate, and change the design functionality of the game itself to be able to seat any environment or any type of person. So you could have cornhole, you could have beer pong, you could have a dozen different other games all in one board that was really high end. That worked and functioned like a cornhole board, not this is a 10-in-1 game. Sure. Which was really cool. We competed in Sparks Weekend.
Okay. I was going to say, nice shirt. Retro.
Thank you.
Retro.
I think this is the one. We took second place.
2023.
Yep.
Winner.
No. This was, I think it was 2022 when I did the Sparks Weekend the first time.
Okay.
We took second place with the Chameleon Cornhole Board.
Nice.
Which was sick. I don't know if have you done Sparks Weekend?
I went to it, what was it, 2 years ago? And I'm pretty sure you also were top 3 for the beer tap.
Yep.
Keg, what was it called?
That was the next year. Flow State Tap Handle.
Flow State Tap Handle, yeah.
Yep. And then...
I thought that was a great idea.
I really wanted to run with that one.
Yeah.
But the Chameleon Cornhole Board was great. We started that company. I had a team. First time ever running a team, which was great. But it was right when wood prices were going insane.
Oh, yeah.
So we're trying to build wood cornhole boards on prices that are fluctuating drastically. And our cornhole boards were going to cost us we were going to have to charge $700 to $1,000 per board. It's like, okay, that's a market, but I don't know how to access that market. Yeah. And it's not where I want to be. And these prices were going insane. And then we had some trouble with the team, and it was just bail. So bailed on that one. And then the next one, I think was the Flow State Tap Handle that a friend actually created, and we pitched it in Sparks Weekend the next year. and we got second place again.
Gosh.
I know, dude. Second place, back-to-back second places, and then they quit hosting Sparks Weekend.
That's brutal.
Like,
I know.
furious.
You're
I was like,
one more.
second
Dude,
place,
one more.
second place. Next year, I'm gonna take it, and then nothing. I was like,
Nothing.
oh, this is so lame.
They might bring it back. I can see them bringing it back eventually.
I hope they do, because I would love to compete in it, because
I
I
bet they
really want to win. I don't care about the money. I just want to win.
Yeah.
But it is what it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, the flow state tap handle, he ended up deciding not to move forward with it. So he kind of killed it in infancy before it really got off the ground. And then that was 5. We hit 5 in 5 years.
Okay. So My Sushi Sensei, still in operation.
Mm-hmm.
How is that going?
Great. We opened a restaurant.
Okay. Storefront, brick and mortar.
Brick and mortar.
Okay.
In 2023, February of 2023, 2 years ago. And I just sold it at the beginning of this year.
Okay. And that was like you'd come in, order sushi type of deal.
Yeah, it was technically a quick service restaurant, not a full sit down, not a food truck.
Okay.
So we were inside the Post Falls Pavilion, which is right by Real Life Ministries if you're from Post Falls. But there was food trucks that ran around the outside of the building, and then we were inside the big central seating area.
Okay.
We just had a quick service restaurant, 300 square feet, where we focused specifically.
That's tight. That's probably like smaller than this room.
Oh, absolutely. It's about half the size of it. Like, it was tight.
Yeah.
But it worked for us because we didn't do any fried ingredients. We didn't do anything cooked. We only did raw sushi.
Yeah.
So anything that wasn't pre-cooked, smoked steelhead, imitation crab, those, we just didn't do it. And we only focused on fresh sushi, and it worked really well. And my business partner was a wizard when it comes to sushi, and he ran the restaurant, and I ran the back end. Worked really well for us.
That's
and
awesome.
then I ran all of our experiences. But really why I did it was because I wanted to franchise the My Sushi Sensei concept.
Yeah. For other people that wanted to teach their own classes.
Mm-hmm. So the thought was, if you take My Sushi Sensei and you pair it with a sushi restaurant, you get the best of both worlds, and it's this self-licking ice cream cone, if you will, where you've got the sushi experiences, that's your high-end client, and your restaurant, that's your everyday client. The everyday client, you push them into the sushi experience, where you're going to make a huge premium. We had like I think it calculated it out a while ago, it was 75% profit margin.
Jeez.
With the newest one that we have is about a 75% profit margin. And then we have your busy season for your restaurant is during the summer, and your slow season for Sushi Sensei is during the summer. Yeah. Then during the winter, Sushi Sensei is really popular, and the restaurant's really slow.
That is so interesting. Why is that?
It's because during the summer, experiences are really tough because you're competing with everyone wanting to be outside. Yeah. When everyone's inside, they're like, ooh, I don't want to go to a restaurant because I have to drive there. Yeah. It's snowy. I have to get all my people together.
So you would bring people, you would go to people's houses or like wherever they wanted to host.
Yep. Literally, I always start off my events. I teach sushi on a boat, in a moat, with a goat. You name it, we do it. Which I have taught sushi on a boat before.
That was pretty wild.
It was wild because you're like, all right, stop.
Yeah.
All right, start.
Continue.
It's like, maybe not again. But we taught in bars, pubs, coffee shops. Yeah. Pretty much anywhere that you could set up, I've done it.
Jeez.
Which is cool. But it's difficult, and it's a whole business model, and it works is the cool thing. And it's the first business that I've really had that worked. Yeah. The problem was that I was doing everything. Yeah. And so I needed to get past that, and that's where I'm still struggling. The long-term vision is to create a product that I can then sell to other sushi restaurants. So when we opened our sushi restaurant, I was like, ding, ding, ding. Now we're getting all of our sushi grade ingredients in wholesale rather than retail. And then on top of that, we're taking and reducing our cost of goods like by 70%. Yeah. I was like, this is incredible.
Yeah. Okay. So for people that are unaware, because I think people know, like, you know, if you open a restaurant or, you know, you're buying bulk foods from these mystical wholesale prices. People know what that is, but like, what does that process look like versus when you're doing it individually as going to people's houses? I'm assuming you're just going to some sushi, like fresh fish place.
Yeah. Yeah, fishmonger is what you're talking about.
So what does that look like versus who are you contacting when you're doing it wholesale wise?
The big ones in our area are Cisco Foods and North Star Seafood.
Okay.
They are based out of Spokane, which we are.
Yeah.
I'm used to telling people we're based out of Spokane because I'm doing events in Idaho.
Mm-hmm.
But then they deliver to almost all the sushi restaurants around here. So all the sushi restaurants get the same products.
Oh, that's interesting.
Very few restaurants actually are ordering things from elsewhere and flying it in to serve to their clients. Most of the sushi restaurants get the exact same products from the same people.
Is interesting.
What's interesting about it is how much variation you get in the actual ingredients themselves.
Yeah.
Because the biggest difference is what you do with it once you get it.
Huh.
Good
Like,
sushi
what are the
restaurants,
options?
bad sushi restaurants. Like with sushi restaurants, the best sushi restaurants are the ones that get the most customers because the more customers you have, the more often you turn over your fish.
Yeah.
And if you've got 100 customers, then I have to pull fish 3 times a day.
Yeah.
Versus not 3 times a day. That's crazy. But you understand, like the
More
fish you're going through,
fresher.
Like, if I pulled this morning, then I got more fish in tomorrow morning because I know I'm going to go through this.
Yeah.
But for really slow sushi restaurants, they're like, oh, I pulled this fish today. I'm also going to use it tomorrow. And then maybe a third day, I'm going to give it a yield sniff test. Like, nah, it's got to go. It's probably fine. Chop it up, put it inside something, and then go for it. That's where people get sick.
Yeah.
Is the best sushi restaurants are a positive feedback loop.
Yeah.
The more fish they go through, the better their fish is. The more people come in, the more fish they go through.
Yeah.
So
that is interesting. So when you were first starting this out, was it like Google search, calling up people, being like, where do I wholesale order sushi?
No. As soon as we started the restaurant, people swarmed onto us. They're like, hey, you filed this. I would love to sell you ingredients.
Oh,
like,
interesting.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, that makes sense.
Up until then, we bought all of our fish from Fisherman's Market.
Okay. Is that like a place, restaurant?
It's over in Post Falls.
Okay, cool.
They're pretty much, or they're one of the few fresh fish mongers around.
Okay.
And they get it in, sell it to the masses. They're super awesome. If you haven't been over there, I recommend them to everybody because they are super cool.
Is it a restaurant or they just sell fish?
Restaurant half and fishmonger half. Okay. So they do both.
Yeah. Cool.
And it was where I was a sushi chef for a while.
Oh, okay.
It's where I was getting my ingredients from.
Sure.
And then everyone got laid off there right around COVID.
Yeah,
makes
sense.
Then everyone left. And so they don't do sushi anymore because when everyone got laid off, they all went and found other jobs.
Yeah.
And so when it opened back up again for everyone to come back, they're like, hey, come back and be our sushi chef. And they're like, no, I can't. I found another job. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
They lost their sushi program all at once because me and 4 other chefs left at the same time.
Yikes.
And it was brutal.
Which, in a dense populated area such as this, and then you're trying to find sushi chefs, population's probably pretty low.
Yeah. And it's really difficult because most programs actually use the existing sushi chef to train the next sushi chef.
Yeah.
So if you lose 1, it's fine.
Right.
If you lose 3, it's a death sentence because you got 1 person left and they can't run the bar and teach somebody new at the same time. And they limped along for a while and then they're like, okay, we're just going to do poke.
Dang.
So they do poke now. It's smashing.
Awesome.
It's all the great ingredients that you're getting from the fresh fishmonger. But yeah, I forgot where I was going with that. But
we were just talking about suppliers, just because I've always been interested in if I'm going to open up a restaurant, or what are these wholesale prices? Like, how do I do that?
Yeah,
but
that's
awesome.
And Cisco Foods is one of the biggest wholesalers out there. U.S. Foods or the Chef Store also is another big one. But really, at the end of the day, there's probably 4 or 5 different locations that people get ingredients from.
Okay.
There's a meme running around that I find incredibly humorous is restaurants are just a competition. Restaurants these days are just a competition between chefs of who can reheat Cisco Foods products better. I was like, oh my God, that's great.
It's pretty on brand.
It's wild.
Yeah.
It's wild. Cisco Foods is so huge. Like most people get all of their stuff from Cisco Foods. And so if you're getting Mexican food, you're getting it from Cisco and you're doing it one way. If you're getting Indian food, you're getting it from Cisco and you're doing it a different way. And then you're doing it a different way.
Yeah.
And sushi, you're doing it a different way. It's wild. They can literally supply everyone in every type of cuisine because they just have so much.
Yeah.
And if they can't get it, if they don't have it, they can get it.
Yeah.
It's like,
that's
cool, but damn.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
That is pretty interesting. I mean, what from starting 5 businesses in 5 years, which was it actually 5 years or was it less than that?
No, it was almost 5 years to
almost
the dot.
5 years to the dot.
Yeah.
All very different.
Mm-hmm.
Targeting different segments, different ideas. I mean, where do these ideas come from? Are you just sitting there being like, that would be a good one, and like just putting it through the and I'm sure for these 5 ideas there was probably 100 other ideas that you were like, maybe I'll do that one, and then somebody you're over here is like, no, like this is why. I'm like, okay, scrap that up. That wouldn't work.
I used to keep a binder. Like I've always had ideas where I was like, ooh, get rich quick scheme.
You're like, oh, maybe.
No,
think about it.
Nope, it's a get rich quick scheme. Go back to working the pension job. Maybe we might be onto something here.
Yeah.
But I always had ideas, and then somebody recommended, I think it was at Coffee and Concepts. I was like, yeah, I've got all these ideas. I don't know what to do with them. And they're like, are you writing them down? I was like,
yeah,
I'm not. Do I need to be doing that? Like,
should I do that?
Yes, absolutely. You need to be doing that because they say the once in a lifetime idea actually comes around once every 6 months.
Oh, interesting.
It's only once in a lifetime that all the stars align, and you have the idea, and you're ready to action it, and you have the funding, and you have the people.
Right.
Like all of those stars have to perfectly align. That's where a once in a lifetime idea comes along.
Yeah.
But once in a lifetime ideas come along every 6 months. It's just the stars aren't perfectly aligned for them to actually activate.
I love that. Yeah.
So by writing them down, I have journals of ideas, all fleshed out business plan wise, and it's like, oh, this is how this would work. And oftentimes when I would just revisit those and be like, oh, I didn't even think about this aspect of this cornhole board idea. Mm-hmm. What if the tables could come together in the middle and form a regulation beer pong table? Mm-hmm. That's super cool. And that was what made the Chameleon cornhole board so unique, was now they can be a regulation beer pong table, but to do that, we needed to have a different faceplate.
Yeah.
And to have a different faceplate, we needed to have the ability to remove them. And then all the things spawned
goes from there.
And that was like years and years ago.
Yeah.
Idea meets all the stars aligned right now. And I needed something to pitch at Sparks Weekend because I didn't know what category I fell into. I felt like I fell into the inventor category, but wasn't really sure. And then, it just worked out. And then the team just materialized. And
that is like the craziest thing about Sparks Weekend. I mean, I've only been there once. And again, now they don't do it, which is a big bummer. But the fact that people just come to be like, yeah, I'm just going to come in to watch. And like, maybe I'll join a team. And then, the business pitches and they're like, okay, here are like the 10 or whatever companies that are going to like try to do it this weekend. Like, who wants to be on their team? And you just see all these hands are just like, I want to be on that one. It's just like coming like, I could do this for you. I could do this. We could work on this thing. And then it's just like this mad dash for like 36 hours or whatever. And then it's like, here's a crazy, and it's funny, the ones that pitched versus are in the finals and like how the ideas have changed or shifted or pivoted or whatever, just in those like 12 or 24 hours or whatever. It's insane.
Yeah. And man, it was so much fun, so stressful. And like both years I got to like a final day and then started to memorize my pitch. And I was like, oh my gosh, being under the gun to memorize a pitch that you need to present for investors, so stressful. Yeah. And my brain just shuts down. Yeah. Like, you want me to talk about a really cool thing that I want to talk about? Like, I could do that all day. Like, literally all day. Doesn't matter what the product is. You give me a cool idea, I'll pitch it to you. Yeah. But when you're like, oh, I need to memorize this pitch, to give to these people in 8 hours. Like, brain just gone.
Yeah.
Done. So, and that was the biggest takeaway that I got from Sparks Weekend was, if you are trying to memorize a pitch to investors, you're gonna hiccup, you're gonna misstep.
It's gonna suck. Yeah.
Yep. Don't memorize the pitch.
And it's so obvious too.
Yeah. Know it inside out, and just go and talk.
Like, this is it. Yeah.
This is a really cool thing. You should invest in it because here are the reasons.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, okay, so that kind of goes into, I mean, you've had these 5 businesses. Have you ever raised outside funding to do that? Or have they all been just, we're going to do this? And I believe the term, I heard someone this morning say it as kind of a joke, but it's a new term that people have touted as rev strapping.
Rev strapping.
As in, you have like bootstrapping, and then you have rev strapping, which is literally just like how businesses function, just normal businesses.
Yeah, right.
I'm literally just like, oh, we're gonna pay for the evolution of this business with the profits of that business. Is like crazy.
Oh my gosh.
Silicon Valley is like, why didn't we think of that? Yeah. But yeah, so they've all just been bootstrapped, rev strapped, whatever you want to call it.
Yep.
On your own.
I call it brute force entrepreneurship.
Brute force entrepreneurship. Oh, that's crazy. Did you consider it? Did you ever think about what that could look like, avenues of how to do that?
Yeah. I actually had a bunch of friends who went out and did that.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know Stephen Bone.
I do. I'm good buddies with Stephen Bone.
Love
Yeah,
Steven.
he's a great guy.
Love Stephen to death.
Yeah.
He went out and did it. And I was like, oh,
Yeah.
he's so cool.
Yeah.
He was on my team for the Chameleon Cornhole Board
No
Company.
way.
Yep. He came in as like, I'm just here to present. I actually met Stephen when I was in a pitch competition for the Terror of Tortuga.
That is so fun. I'm hanging out with Stephen on Wednesday.
Dude.
That.
Tell him Isaac says what's up. But we competed against each other. He was pitching for Crimson Medical.
Yeah.
For, it was with North Idaho College's, man, I can't even remember what it was called anymore. It was a pitch competition
Whatever.
for North Idaho College.
Sure.
And I took second in that competition, and he took first.
God, it's the second place.
Dude, I'm telling you.
You're
like,
always on the podium, but it's just.
it's first loser. That one I actually got money out of, though.
Hell yeah.
Which was, I was like,
Yeah.
this is incredible.
That's sick.
But we pitched there. He beat me, which pissed me off to no end. Like, infuriated me. I hated him. And then I ran into him at Sparks Weekend.
And he's like, hey, buddy.
He's like, oh, hey, how's it going? Oh, dude, you're the Terror of Tortuga guy. And I was like, yeah, you're Crimson something or other.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah. Good to see you. Oh. I was like, oh, he's actually kind of cool.
In the corner, you're just like, oh,
so much. But then we got to talking, and we're like super tight now. Super tight.
Yeah.
Just went to his wedding the other last summer.
No way. That's awesome.
Yeah. Love him, his wife. They're like good friends.
They're great. That's so funny.
But yeah, couldn't stand him at first.
Yeah.
And then I was like, you should join my team. And he's like, oh no, I'm just here to watch and whatnot. And I was like, yeah, of course. Like, you got
Obviously.
Crimson Medical going like full steam. That was exactly the pitch. I was like, you could just do this for fun. Wouldn't it be fun?
Come on.
And he was like, it would be fun. I wouldn't be able to like commit a bunch of time to it, but I'd think about it. And he's like, all right, I'm in.
All right, fine.
And then we ran a company. I was like, oh, this is incredible. Steven, wizard. I truly believe that. I think he's going places.
I hope so. Yeah.
Me too. But then, it was kind of all over the place.
Yeah. I mean, through each of these ones, what's been the biggest lesson or mistake that's turned into kind of this is a golden gem that I wouldn't have found had this not happened?
That, I think, is one of my superpowers. Is I love to talk to people and I love to learn from other people. And with every single one of these businesses, I've just run as hard as I can until I hit a wall. And then I pivot and I run as hard as I can until I hit another wall. And then, I call it brute force entrepreneurship because, it's literally been get your teeth kicked in all day, every day.
Yeah.
The Chameleon the care package company was just because someone else is doing it means that it works. It doesn't mean that you have competition that's going to destroy you. It means that there are people out there who are buying this.
Yeah.
And if there are people out there who are buying this, you can capitalize on some of that market share.
Yeah.
Give it a full run.
I think that's such an important point because, like, literally the other day, I was looking at this one idea that I had, and I like, quick Google search, like, is anybody doing this? Like, what are the apps that do this? And there was like a handful that did loosely what I was trying to do. And I was like, oh, scrap that one, because same thing, other people are doing it. But I think, yeah, to your point, it's like if other people are doing it, obviously it works. And then it's kind of, okay, how are you going to do it in kind of a new light?
Better, faster, stronger than the last
Yeah.
guy. And at the end of the day, it really shifts to like, what does the client want? And how can you get it to them faster, with less pain points, more efficiently? Really, at the end of the day, it's usually faster. Get them what they want faster, and you will win. Doesn't matter what you charge. Get it to them faster and more conveniently. Easy.
It's like Amazon. Like same day shipping. It's like I would pay 100x, whatever it is.
I need this right now. Solve my pain right now.
Yeah.
And I'll pay you whatever it is.
Right.
That is so valuable. Like even just going all the way back. Like every single one of my companies could have benefited from the fact that recognize what someone's pain point is, understand that there is a buying window where they will literally pay you whatever you ask them to in this window. Outside of this window, they'll never look at you again.
Yeah.
But while they're in that window, you can sell them anything because they have pain and they want to get rid of it. And quit trying to sell to people that have pain and don't have money to pay for it.
Yeah.
That's my biggest revelation. And that just happened recently. Like, yeah, I could hustle sushi events all day, every day until I am just dead tired.
Yeah.
And I'll sell a bunch of them. Why don't I start doing that for products that are way more valuable than Sushi Sensei?
Yeah.
And that's the newest company that I'm starting.
There we go. Still in stealth mode.
Still in stealth mode.
Okay, we'll talk about
Kind
that.
of. Like,
We'll talk about that later. We'll have you back and we'll revamp all that. But
sounds like a plan.
I mean, why are you still building in this area? Because obviously, we're close to Seattle, semi-close to like Bay Area, close. I mean, everything's close now because it doesn't take that long. Why have you chosen to stay? What's special about this region to you that why you stayed here?
I love the area. I love the people. I think that my original idea was if I could build it here, then taking it to anywhere that is bigger than here, I would have ironed out all the kinks. But it really was this is just doing any sort of business on hard mode, especially with sushi.
Yeah.
Like, this is insane difficulty because half the people here don't like sushi.
Right.
And don't know anything about sushi.
Right.
And don't know that they don't know anything about sushi. Which is fun because I love to watch the click. Like, my favorite clients for Sushi Sensei are the ones that don't want it. They got brought to our sushi experience by force. Here they're like, yeah, I'll go through the thing, I'll do the thing, I'll try it, whatever. But I don't like it, I don't want to like it, and it grosses me out. I have a 95% conversion rate of
That's
people
crazy.
who come to my class with, they don't like it, they don't want it, they don't, nothing. And they'll leave, if not with a, damn, that was good, with a, I would do that again. Okay. Because oftentimes when people think of sushi, they think of the most extreme sushi. But when you talk about sushi, the term refers to the rice. So anything with rice technically can be sushi. It doesn't have to have meat. It doesn't have to have raw fish. It has to have rice.
I did not know that.
You should take my class sometime.
I should. I have to like book it, private tour?
Yeah.
We'll talk about that afterwards.
I was going to say, we could get you in. We got public classes sometime coming up.
Heck yeah.
But
That's awesome.
yeah, it's really fun and it's a lot of learning mixed with a lot of making and a lot of eating. It's a good experience. Lots of people are really digging it. Eventually I'll get my stuff together and
figure it out,
box it up and sell it to a sushi restaurant to help them do it. But
I love it. Well, cool. Well, that's awesome, man. I mean, hey, where can people reach out to you, find more about My Sushi Sensei, reach out to you personally if they have their own crazy business ideas they want to pitch you and make something crazy?
Yeah. The best place would probably be our website, mysushisensei.com.
Okay.
That'll get you at least to me. We are working full speed on the new incognito business idea, but actually by the time this comes out, I think won't be incognito anymore. But if you're looking for a fun sushi experience, mysushisensei.com will get you in contact with me. You can find some of our events on Eventbrite, and those are our public classes that we do through other venues. If you want an in-home event, definitely reach out through the website. We can get you squared away there.
Perfect. Awesome. Well, any other parting words before we log off here?
If I had been thinking, I would have come up with a good quote.
It's okay.
I love good quotes. Do you have any good quotes? Or let's talk a book. What
Yeah, there you go.
What book have you read recently that you're like, this is the one?
Honestly, February's been pretty light on books. I'm backlogged. Well, okay, because Spotify, they now make you pay extra for audiobooks, which blows.
Yep.
So don't have that anymore. And I've been backlogged on a couple library books. But one of them is called, I think it's called Morning. And it's something about like how to reshape your morning before 8 a.m. or something. Because I'm not a morning person, and it would really like kickstart me if I was a morning person. I'll get you the name when we log off here. But yeah, it's all about kind of like how to really make the most of like, I think probably from like 5 a.m. to 8 a.m. range. So I'm pumped to read that and see if that turns me into a morning person, but we'll see.
It won't turn you into a morning person. I did that once, but what did was working out early.
I hate it.
Dude,
I hate it so
used to.
much.
I used to. Like, I hated working out.
Yeah.
And I hated early.
I don't hate working out, but if I could work out every day at like 10 a.m., like the 10 to 11:30 time frame, perfect.
Well, let me ask you this. What are your most effective hours? 4 hours that you are most effective?
Probably between the hours of like 8 and noon, or like 9 and 1, for sure.
So 9 and 1, if you're working out in the middle of that, it literally is cutting your productive time.
Yeah, that's true.
And then you have ramp up time and ramp down time in between that workout time. I'm the same way. 8 a.m. to noon is like primo Isaac production time.
Yeah.
If you catch me past like 2 o'clock, borderline useless. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I am so easily distracted. Like if I'm at home trying to sit in front of my computer, then there's like my other monitor up there and it's got all the games on it. I'm like, okay, nope, not gonna do that.
Nope,
All right,
don't do that.
And then it just derails. But what I found was working out early. One, gets me up early. I get workout, I get some kind of breakfast, and then that 8 to noon is solely dedicated to business.
Yeah.
And is where I'm going to make the biggest impact. If I have a meeting in that time, day's shot. If I have anything during that time, the rest of the day's shot. Like you need to reserve your ideal time and protect it with religious vigor.
Yeah.
If you don't have that time, if you're trying to wake up at 7:30 and start work at 8, you're going to need to start your ramp up to work at 8.
Yeah.
So it's going to be 8:30 before you really get into like work mode. Then if you're like, oh, I'm going to go work out at 10, your work up is 30 minutes, and then your work down is 30 minutes, and now you have an hour of time that you're effective during the day.
Yeah, sure.
Select your effective work time, the hours that you are most effective, and protect them with religious vigor. Don't do anything else in those times. That would be what, if I could go back and do it again, I would tell myself that. So
That's a
pretend
great,
like I'm you telling you from 5 years from now.
yeah.
It's been pretty eye-opening to be able to like go to the workout. I work out at the Croc Center over in Cortland.
Okay, nice.
And they open at 5. And I was like, I wonder what it would be like to go like be at the gym when they opened. Let me tell you, that was a couple of weeks of really just suck until I figured out, okay, you need to go to bed at 9 o'clock if you're going to
See, that's the thing. I go to bed, way too late. Yeah.
Yep. And what do you get done way late?
Dude, nothing. Between the hours of like 7 and 11, there's nothing productive that gets done, realistically. Sometimes, but very infrequent.
Yeah. And the biggest thing for me is not the 7 to 11 time period, it's the 11 to 2 a.m. time period where I'm getting literally nothing done.
Yeah.
And it's like, this is literally just a waste of my time trying to extend a day by ruining tomorrow
Yeah.
as well. And then once you've ruined tomorrow by waking up at 9, 10, 11, then you're trying to extend the day again.
Right. Vicious cycle.
Once you start going to bed early, it doesn't really matter when you go to bed. Your body will tell you you need to go to bed. If you start waking up at 4:30 a.m. every day, like that's how I broke myself of it. I like went to bed at 2 a.m. one time, and then my alarm went off at 4:30, and I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna vomit. This is the worst. I can't stand this. I'm never doing this again." And it was that click in my brain that was like, "You need to start going to bed earlier."
Yeah.
And then my body starts telling me, it's like, "Brother, you are tired. Stop playing video games, you dork. It's not doing you any good." But yeah,
I like that.
Morning, I got it.
Okay.
One for you, if you're looking for a book.
Always.
Which one to recommend? What are you working on? Like, what are you struggling with?
That's a good question. Maybe,
Here's a better question. If I had a magic wand that could fix one problem in your life, what would it be?
oh God, so many. I was like, I shouldn't say that. I have a very good life. Gosh, I would say long-term life planning, or like passion finding, or like something like that, of like, if I could feel really good about the direction of something, that would be what I would have you fix.
Ooh, that's a good one. I don't know. I have a book for that. The one, 0 to 1.
Read it.
Might be a good book for you.
Yeah, maybe I should read it again though, because I feel like I'd have a different lens this time.
Dude, honestly, I reread books so many times.
Yeah, it's not a waste of time at
No.
all. So I feel like every time you reread it, you're like, oh, I missed that. Oh, I missed that. Or like
Especially, are you reading them or are you listening?
I'm a big audiobook guy, but
you miss so much when
you
it's an
miss a
audiobook.
lot when it's an audiobook. Because I do it like when I walk the dog, or I'm in the car, or whatever. So like I do it during times when like I am focusing on it, but you do definitely get more when you like sit down, like you're gonna read it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But I think it's actually more valuable if you miss some things, because when I go back and do it, there's been whole chapters where I'm like, where was this
Where did this one come
chapter
from?
at?
Yeah.
And it's not that I wasn't hearing it, I wasn't getting anything from it. It's that it hits different.
Yeah.
Because now, I've hired a team now, and I'm trying to manage my team, and how do I create those systems? And then you're rereading a book, and you're like, oh yeah, these systems are vitally important to the success of any business ever.
Yeah.
It's like, what?
Yeah.
How did I miss that before?
Yeah.
And it didn't click before, and now it clicks.
Yeah.
Rereading books has been extremely valuable.
Yeah.
There's probably 3 books. The E-Myth, I've read.
The E-Myth.
Brother, you haven't read E-Myth? Oh.
Like E-myth. Like, okay.
Dude, the E-Myth is one of the ones I recommend to literally anyone who has any sort of entrepreneurial desire. Anyone. Especially if it's service-based business.
Okay.
Must read.
Okay.
Must read.
Okay. So now I'm writing these down.
The E-Myth, 12 Months to $1 Million.
Okay.
If you want to do a products-based business, or if you don't. That was the 12 Months to $1 Million was the first book that ever spoke to me. Where I was
Okay.
like, oh.
See, okay, so when I was younger, I hated reading, because all these books were like fiction books, like the stories of like big life, and you had to like really look into it to see it. And I was like, as soon as I started reading nonfiction books about like real tangible things, I was like, oh, I love reading. I was just reading the wrong books.
I feel like everybody's in that category. You're young, you're reading for one reason or another, and you're like, this sucks.
Yeah.
And then you read something that actually speaks to you, and you're like, oh my gosh, reading is actually great.
It's actually cool. It's weird.
Yeah. But yeah, that one, if you're looking for a products-based business, one that I read just recently is Who Not How.
Okay.
Anything by Dan Sullivan, yeah, he's got some bangers.
Okay.
Dan Sullivan and Benjamin Hardy. The two of them tag team to write books about Dan Sullivan's, all of his business ideas.
Sure.
And Who Not How is unique because it's not about how do we get this work done, which is a big entrepreneur problem. It's like, oh yeah, no, I can get it done.
Yeah.
I can do that. It's who is going to get this work done.
Yeah.
Which was an eye opener for me, is stop thinking about how I can get it done and start thinking about who can get it done.
It makes a huge difference. We just hired, and unfortunately she got a full-time job, but I know, terrible. It's like, whatever. Her contract work wasn't enough for her, and it's crazy. No, just kidding. She was awesome though, which sucked, but it was crazy. It was so eye-opening on having an extra pair of hands to do, and we were having to do like social media, event coordination, like all the stuff that, theoretically we can do, and I had been doing for some time. Mm-hmm. But number one, I'm not a social media guru, so I don't like doing it, and I don't know, not my jam. Bringing her on a contract basis even, and it was like night and day. The difference it made. It was insane. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because she was the right who.
She was the right who.
And
for real.
That's what that whole book is about, is finding the right who to, you're not going to make as much money, but at the end of the day, you can focus on the 20% that you're really good at and find a who for the 80%.
Right.
Because if you haven't heard the 80-20 principle, it's literally everywhere.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Which is crazy the way that, and now we're getting to like education and stuff, but the way you brought up is like, oh, you need a little this, a little that, a little this, a little that. Mm-hmm. It's like jack of all trades is much preferred to being really, really good at one thing. And that's just like what everyone's taught. It's just so incorrect, like across the board. It's just like not
It's
true.
not how life works.
No.
But if you're trying to make a well-rounded human being, it is how it works.
Yes. Yeah.
But so the end goal is kind of different. Like, do we want to make humans that are really good at life, or do we want to make humans that are generally intelligent?
Yeah.
And generally intelligent has been the goal for ages and ages.
No.
But now we've got so many people that generally intelligence turns out to be generally dumb.
Yeah.
At a lot of things.
Right.
Which is tough.
Yeah.
But
agreed. Well, thanks for the book, Rex. Isaac, it was a pleasure having you on. We'll wrap this up.
Likewise.
But thanks for sharing your story.
Thank you. And this was a lot of fun. You got
awesome.
a cool thing going.
Yeah, it's coming along. Awesome. Thanks, man.